of December 2025, and we're at the Burline River, and I'm just touching with you all, and I wanted to show you that the river is still flowing. So I'll just turn it around. There's Alena. So we're in summer, the beginning of summer. Well, and we've still got water in the river, peoples. You've seen over the last few years with me doing these YouTubes, you've seen, I'm aware of the wind, guys. You've seen me do these river walks and how they're often dried out. In the old days, 40 plus years ago, the river ran year round, and then up to 40 years ago, the Avon River ran yearly. Obviously less in summer, and then it got dredged, and then the river in summer completely dried up. And you'll remember, I know you'll remember previous videos, this time of year there was no water. So this is a true blessing, everybody. We've still got water in the river and it's flowing. There's Alan. And there's Zena, between the Zingies. Oops. Zena loves the water, so when it dries up, she can't swim. It's going to be a bit challenging. Look at this. So it's the beginning of summer, and it's still flowing. So exciting! So exciting, man. So look at that. Pure heaven. Yeah, pure heaven, hey? So, not going to talk today about anything except for to say Merry 4th of December, beginning of the beautiful Christ season, and Merry Christmas and you'll see I'm wearing a jumper and pants. It's so funny. It's really cold at night still, but we get 40-degree days. About 35, sometimes 42, but usually around 35, 38-degree days. But this time in the morning, 6 a.m. this time in the morning, still got. Yeah, so welcome to the Avon wheat belt. And as the further inland you go, the colder at night it gets and the hotter in the day it gets. So this is Avon wheat belt, Australia, for those who are new. Isn't it stunning? This is my heaven. What's your heaven? I know if you look, well, if you can't find heaven where you are, you're in the wrong place. Let's just say that. This is my earthly heaven, and I just love the river here, and I love the sky. I love the trees, and I take photos of the flowers are sort of drying up a little bit now, but I just love nature. Love nature. and and I just love the land of where I live and where I am. And God brought me here for sure, peoples. I didn't even know this town. It's a town of Northern in Wheatbelt, Western Australia. I didn't even know that this town existed. I didn't even know about this place. It was someone else that told me about it, and that person and I moved up, and whoops. And I'm still here forever. We did not know this place existed, and as soon as I saw it, felt it, as soon as I drove came into near the region, felt like I was home. Felt this deep breath, and I still feel that, and more so now, because it's I'm losing track of time, but it's my 4th year, I think. And so I'm getting to know the summers and the winters and getting into a cycle, and that's why the fact that we've got water in the river, it's the first time since I've been here that we've had water in that river in summer. So obviously we're just at the beginning of summer, so but anyways, part of the story is maybe the river's healing itself. A lot of the river protection people said the river would never run freely again. It's been ruined by the dredging, but I've got a feeling that it's healing, and a lot of people are trying to fix up the damage that got done 40-something years ago. Alright, God bless, and sorry about the lack of regularity. It's to do with the wind when I'm walking on the river. It's to do with the fact that when I'm walking on the river, it's easy if I can just focus on where I'm walking, especially now because snake season. I've got to watch out where my feet are. And also, I just love the solitude and the quietness of being here without having to talk. But I do want to share it with you all because I know a lot of you love the dog, seeing Alvin and Zena grow up, and also the beautiful nature and the rivers that I have been traversing for quite a few years now and sharing with you all. And but the other thing is, darling ones, I'm really busy now because now that I'm at the beginning of the next chapter of the rest of my life, I'm at that place where I did a big long process of rebuilding because I got completely broken, and I'm at that point now where the foundations, the last few years I've been rebuilding the foundations because they were just destroyed. Like completely broken in every sense, and I rebuilt that, and now that structure, the foundation's super solid, super strong. The core is super strong because I've healed really significantly, and because the foundation is super strong, then I started building the structure, right, which is the framework. And that's really what I've been doing quite conscientiously for the last, what do you call it? I know at the beginning of this I said I wasn't going to talk, but now I've started talking. I'm okay about it. Conscientiously reframing, rebuilding, purposefully creating my godly divine life from that place of servitude. I've always loved being of service. I've always been one of those service orientated people that loves to help and support my community and people around me. This time I'm doing it from a place of I've rebuilt myself from complete brokenness, so my boundaries are so clear. So in the past, I used to get burnt out, taken advantage of. Um, yeah, I think a lot of you know that story. And the question to the weirdest thing in my fridge, I'm sorry, would have to be this kimchi sauerkraut product that I bought that's got carrot, sweet potato, cabbage, and they've mixed it with not just a zesty vinegar but also this sugar. I'm never buying that product ever again. It's just the weirdest combination of sweet and sour. It's so weird. I'm sorry, but I'm sure someone else loves it. Okay. Big jar of it too, eh? Okay, so but me, I love feta, olives, and yeah, my fridge is full of yeah, because my partner and I have we've been struggling financially for a really long time. We were homeless, and yeah, all sorts of things were happening, and now we've actually got like I helped him rebuild his. I encouraged him to be brave, to go back to study, and to rebuild his qualifications, which he's been doing. And I encouraged him supported him to get a lot of his tickets. So now he's just so qualified. Now he's working full time, and I really needed to get him sorted first, because I knew once he was okay, then once I had the framework of knowing he was okay, because he loves that feeling of being a solid provider, and you know that he's one of those really beautiful, godly men who needs and desires to make sure his beautiful partner's protected and safe and provided for. He was putting a lot of pressure on himself, and I understand why. I found out that it's a really innate male quality. So I did a lot to support him to find the right job, because we're both in our 50s, and our bodies are really aged from worn and torn from lots of hard labour throughout our whole life. He and I both done a lot of physical hard work throughout our whole life, and so yeah, I helped him, supported him. It was hard work, because to get him to get that confidence to believe he was worthy of a job that was really within his passion area. So he's doing great. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful darling is doing really great. And because he's working full time now, we do have more money now. And as a result, we got food in our fridge that's more like what we love tasting, rather than just to keep us sustained. So yes, we do eat our dark chocolate, everyone. Don't go crazy, because we've got heaps and heaps of stuff to get on top of, like cars to fix and house to renovate and garden to. We've got to get sustainable. Everyone, by 2007, inflation rates are going up so high that they reckon by 2007 most people won't be able to afford 2027. Sorry, a lot of people will struggle to buy the very bare basics. So I'm starting at scratch with developing a garden. I had a beautiful home. I've had quite a few beautiful homes, but always I work on the soil. I get the soil really good so I can plant a garden. And the garden is the substance of life, you know. So that was always something that was really important to me. Get that strong garden in place, and then you can eat. So yeah, I'll be having a good garden by 2027, and that is one of the reasons. That's my brain build up. So first of all, I had to get my beautiful partner stabilised and sorted and on track and healthy, but mentally and psychologically and spiritually, physiologically, on track, because that's what a beautiful nurturing, we're not married yet, but that's what a beautiful nurturing wife does. She supports, honours and loves, guides and protects and uplifts her partner. And then, so because he's on track, the next step on the animals, of course, I'm making sure all the animals are fine, because that's our dependence. But the next step was me. And I knew that when I got to this point, I knew, and my community knew, everyone knew, that when the time was right, I was just going to flourish and bloom. And all these people have been supporting and protecting and loving me, guiding me, nurturing me during my brokenness. And these people are so like, oh, you know, they're so joyful that that brokenness is truly healed. And it is truly healed, people. And one of the reasons why it's truly healed is because I've completely surrendered to the love of God. I've completely surrendered to the fact that I'm loved and lovable and precious, and I have a valued destiny in God's eyes. I have gifts that God desires to use within me, and that's what I'm doing. I'm building those up, and that's why I'm super busy right now, because I'm stepping in. I've been stepping into it for about 6+ months now. Stepping into that role of service provision within godly parameters. So in the old days, I would do a lot of service provision, but I didn't have clear set boundaries. So I got burnt out, exhausted. Like my jobs were impacting me. I wasn't being valued completely for everything I could give and what I had to offer. And so that's what's occurring now in every job that I have and every position that I'm in. And at the moment, all my positions are volunteer at the moment. And I deliberately did that, peoples. I've deliberately done that. So mentally, there's a sense of, mentally I can come into it baby steps, and build up. And I think it's one of the best ways when you've been completely broken. One of the best ways to rebuild yourself is to volunteer. Be of service as a volunteer. Albany, he's gone a little bit far. I don't know if you can see them. And then anyways, the point of the story, my darling ones, is that volunteer work is one of the most powerful forms of being of service, because you're rebuilding your skill. You're either building up skill sets you didn't have at all, or you're rebuilding ones that you've got to get confident in again, or you're adding up to adding on what you already have and know. And I'm also studying again. Zena! So I'm building up my qualifications and my accreditation, getting my accreditations current, because they're outdated now. And so eventually when I'm out in the workforce in a paid position, I'm only choosing a job that completely aligns with all of my essence, and it will be one that I very likely do for the rest of my life. And that is why a lot of the people in Northern, a lot of people have been wanting me to join their team for a long time, and they know that when I'm ready, I'm going to be the biggest asset to whoever I join. But they knew that it couldn't happen until I was mentally ready. So everyone knows, because I came to Northern and I got broken. Everyone in Northern has known me as a broken person, because I got broken in Northern not long after moving here and then so all these people have been building me up. So this is why this community is so precious to me. That's why it's so important to have a loving community, everyone. My community has seen me in my darkest and my most brokenness, and they have built me up. And then as a result of that, I know how much they love me, because I had nothing to give to them at that point. They were just building me up, supporting me, because they could see how precious I was. They could see and now what's happening is now they're seeing who I was before, like that quirky, funny, really joyful, exuberant, at times petulant, that part of my character. They haven't seen this part of me really before because I was so insanely broken. I could barely breathe. I could barely talk. I couldn't write. I could barely hold a cup of tea to my mouth. Completely fragmented brain, completely. My hands and my body and my mind just weren't working. I was so broken. And now people are seeing me like being like this little, and it's really adorable because that childness is coming back in me, that playful innocence, that really deep essence of all of who I am. Sorry about that, Win. That's the fruits of all of who I am. Because I've got the protection, I've got God's arm around me. The thing is though, I'm not expressing who I am now just with my innate sense of self. I'm doing it knowing that I am a gift from God to be of service. Like I have gifts, godly gifts, for me to honour. And so of course I say yes to being a servant to God's will and doing God's will. So that's what the chapter that I'm at now, and that's why I'm so insanely busy, right? Trying to fit the dog's walk in is just really tricky. But as a result, new routines, peoples. So what I urge you, because we're almost back at the van now, what I urge you to do, keep up your process of looking for what you're grateful for. Where are your heavens? Where you are, where is your heavens? Be somewhere that's your heaven. Like for me, Northam is my heaven. Yes, God brought me here. Allow your support people to love you, guide you. And yeah, build your foundation, build your frameworks. The roof is always there because the roof is God. Well, you could say the foundations is God too. So we'll go into that next time. Let God help you build the roof. So the roof is the temple. So when you get to the point of building the roof, then you're really at that point of working under the umbrella. Maybe I've built my walls, maybe I've done my framework, and now I'm doing my roof. Maybe I'm up to the roof stage. Wow, that's exciting. All right, peoples. God bless. And this channel will go somewhere. Who knows where it will go, but it's part of God's plan. And I'm glad I thought to engage in this today because last time I engaged, I think it was 2 months ago. God bless, things picked up, and we're at the van. Here's my gorgeous little darlings on the field now. Okay, sorry about the wind, everyone. God bless, keep well, and I'll see you next time, okay? Gotta work out the button to turn this off. Alright, keep well, my darlings. See you